So Kobe, I think in the amount of time that I waited to interview you, you started a new venture. I think you came up with another branding, didn't you? Because you're so busy with stuff now.
Yeah, it's been fun though. Like, we do have a lot going on, but at the core, it's all the same stuff, which is just helping young athletes be better, right? There's different ways to do that. Through inspiration, information, physical activity. So at the core, we're still doing the same stuff.
Well, where did you get your inspiration for the young athletes? I'm going to take a guess. Maybe it was your daughters. Yeah, well, it's the daughter. It's hard. Not
Yeah. It's kids. I have the same issues most parents have. That after a while, when you're giving your children advice, they don't want to listen to you anymore. They think you don't know anything that you're talking about. Mm-hmm. And so I had to figure out different ways to get the messages across. And I started with storytelling. And then, my oldest now will be 16 in January.
Come on.
Oh, dude, you're telling me. But she's getting her license soon.
Come on.
She's a great driver. But they just grow up so fast. And at a certain point, they actually start listening to what you're saying. But putting them in activities where I can teach them through sport is really important. Because, sport is the greatest metaphor that we have of life. So if we can teach them valuable lessons through sport, then we wind up raising outstanding citizens, I think.
Well, you have your characters in your podcast that you do that with, right? The Pew Knees,
yeah.
Which I love. The Pew Knees, it's a good name, right? Everybody's puny to you because you're 6 foot whatever. So, where did the Pew Knees idea, the name, the characters?
So I had a character, when I first created it was Puny Pete. And I was going to call the show Puny Pete and Friends, but then I was thinking, no, that's just too much to remember. Mm-hmm. And so then I just came up with Pew Knees. But the concept of the show was a very simple one, is that I wanted to take 2 announcers, and through podcasts, they can kind of be the lens into the world, right? The days where there was no television and people used to, tuned into the radio to listen to sports action. And I could tell you, bottom of the ninth, right? I already got you.
Right.
Already got you.
Right.
So now I have these 2 announcers, and now they can bring you into the world. And then through that, we'll have all the little stories and inner monologue between characters.
Yeah, I saw there's a little video of your youngest, who, by the way, I feel like she was just born, but you're singing the Lemonade song with her, right?
Yeah.
And so there you are interacting with her, and by the way, how old is she now?
She'll be 2 on Wednesday.
Yeah, everyone wants to know about the kids. First thing people ask me is how your girls are doing.
Thank you. They're doing so well, man. And this kid is like ridiculously smart.
The youngest one is?
Oh my God, it's crazy. And like freakishly strong. I mean, the kid's like picking up 10 pounds. I'm like, yo, no, put that down. If your mom sees you, she's gonna kill me. But she's carrying it around the house and she's like heavy. I'm like, dude, what?
We've always had good conversations about your daughters. We always have. But now that you're not playing, and what's her name? BB, do you call her?
BB, yeah.
Now that is it different with her because you're not on the court now?
Yeah, it is different because now we can have a set schedule. So we have our set routine, and when I give her showers every single night and sing songs, it's a pretty set schedule because now I control my own schedule. So I think there's a consistency there that wasn't there with the first ones.
So you're Kobe, Mr. Mom Kobe.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love.
Daddy, that's so
every
unfair.
minute. I love every minute of it. It's so awesome.
Yeah, it's nice. And then your middle daughter, not Gianna.
Yeah, Gianna.
Gianna, she's playing basketball, and we
is.
see those videos too. Okay, come on, there's got to be pressure on Kobe Bryant's daughter playing basketball.
There was a game we had where she gets a steal. And she goes to the free throw line with a chance to win the game, right? And at these tournaments, there's kids everywhere, and there's parents everywhere on every court because it's like 1 million courts. And she comes to the free throw line, and all of a sudden, it seems like the whole place knows that Gianna is at the free throw line with a chance to win the game,
right?
Because they all come rushing over to the court, and I'm looking at her, and I was going to call a timeout, just so I can give her some advice and calm her nerves, right? Yeah. So I'm the coach. I said, you know what? Let me just see how she does in the situation. And she goes to the free throw line, and everybody behind holds up the camera phones, waiting to see. And she looks up and she looks at it, and she closes her eyes. And she takes a couple deep breaths. And she just completely calms down. She goes to the free throw line, drains them, wins the game. And I was like, all right, man.
You
all right.
said she was super competitive. I mean, you used to say you guys would compete eating your cereal in the morning.
Yeah, she's insanely competitive. I mean, they both are. It's just that Natalia smiles a lot more when she does it, whereas Gianna is like Serena, where in myself and Clay, just there ain't no smiling going on. I'm here to handle some business.
At that point, the baby had yet to be born, so there were 3 daughters. Kobe has 4 daughters. There's a lot more between Kobe and me. I'm going to play the rest for you when we come back. It's such a good interview. Don't go away.